Oh, what is going on, everybody?
Oh!
It is Pixelparters here, and welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney. When we left off, we were learning about all this.
Sweating away.
Yes, we're learning about this counter argument and the scales of justice and turn everyone against each other. And that our juror, he just stands out. Juror number 3. I'm pretty sure he's 3, or is he 4? Wait, no, he might be 4.
Juror.
No, juror 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's juror 3. He stands out because of the whole knife thing, but we're gonna pretend that never happened, and hopefully he doesn't ever do that again. Okay, we're safe. All right.
In light of this unbelievable situation, the vote of the jurors has changed as a result of the closing argument. 2 vote guilty and 4 vote not guilty. Therefore, the court acknowledges the misalignment of the verdict and orders you all to resume the trial.
And I'm sure
He is
so
salty as
happy.
fuck. He is salty right now.
Oh, yeah.
Now then, defense, prosecution, witnesses, return to your proper places. From this point forth, the court expects further deliberation on the truth of this case.
Ooh, we're about to get a mouthful.
I know he's salty.
Now, prosecutor Francis, please proceed to the testimony at once.
I just am expecting like 2 rows of dots. Or is he gonna have to drink this away?
He's like, I need another drink for this.
Yeah, how's that smell? Good? Good. Good talk.
Yeets it at us.
Oh! Uh-oh. Okay. Well, we've pissed him off. Great.
Ooh.
It was my desire to enjoy the sweet fragrance of this holy grail in these halls of justice. How impudent of me to shatter without even taking a sip. I plead for your forgiveness.
Prosecutor Francis?
What is with this extremely cold aura?
We started this.
The prosecutors remained silent throughout the closing argument.
He has.
We have lent our ears as a token of respect to the ancient code of laws, foolish as it is. But it would appear I have vastly overestimated the intelligence of the jurors.
Oof.
Eh? I suppose it matters not. The more obvious a truth, the harder it is to convey its validity. This is why our court arranged this meeting, to have the chance to explain the case at length.
Oof. Oh, I don't like the
And
slowly
now,
zooming in.
It is time to draw the curtains on the next duel.
Whoa, he took the cape off.
I request that the witnesses take the stand once again.
Hello, beautiful man. How are you? He is.
Dude's built like a Tonka truck.
What does that even mean?
No, he's rugged. You take that off, it's just gonna be chiseled. All right, witnesses. I presume you've all heard the closing argument just now.
Yes?
But of course.
Oh, I heard it, sir.
Fix your hat. Goddamn.
Wait a minute.
It's been 3 days now.
As I
Fix your
recall,
fucking hat.
It's only, I didn't get to read
Oh,
it.
he's just singing your call
You
for
are
his
the
beepos.
coachman. Yes. If during the testimony earlier you purposefully kept quiet about the 5th passenger at the scene, you will find yourself with a criminal charge. Do take that into consideration. Oh.
Oh.
The court now orders the witnesses to provide a second testimony, namely the testimony regarding the numerous doubts that arose from the closing argument.
Hey, you better fix this shit, everybody.
They're all shaking. Well, he's always been shaking, but... well,
There were 4 passengers that night, truly, but it's just her.
At that time, was a passenger was told the coach fee was 5 pence, you see.
on top of being scammed, I was forced to see something so horrifying. It's too much to bear.
Mr. McGundle stabbed the victim. What I saw is the unshakable truth.
I do believe that he stabbed him, yes.
Still shaking.
So, what exactly does this mean?
The 5th passenger the Japanese attorney prattles on about never existed. The root of it all is the mischief of that coachman there.
You shouldn't have taken your cloak off, dude. You're distracting me.
You turn him into the judge.
Listen, my groove has been thrown off.
Yes, boss.
I thought his voice was higher than that.
I don't know.
I thought it was up here. You're supposed.
That was your voice.
That's the cosmetics guild upgrade. I was supposed to be 4 pence. And you pocketed the extra penny, didn't you?
It's been a while since I've done his voice.
Well, it was cold. It was at last.
He's not shaking right now.
There weren't any customers either.
There, was that better?
Yes, I believe that was
Okay.
more proper.
Listen, I was distracted by the shape of a fine torso, okay?
Not every proper coachman conduct, it seems. Oh, I am sorry.
I'm sorry, too.
Belly brat. Thanks to what criminals taking a beating.
But, sir, just the week before, had to pay 10 pence to ride the omnibus.
Bollocks!
5 pence times 4 passengers. That makes 20 pence. I've calculated it 10 times over, but the result refuses to change.
Well, yes, it won't.
My goodness. It appears that one of the doubts has been clarified. In any case, attorney, the court hereby orders that you begin your cross-examination.
The closing argument served no function other than prolonging this trial. I pray that you do your utmost to entertain us. Of course. I mean, wait, what? Eyes dart everywhere. All right, cross-examination.
Oh, God.
Okay, so there are 4 passengers tonight, truly, but it's just well, I guess we know where this is gonna go. But there were 4 passengers, but the fare you collected was not 4 pence. Is that correct?
It's not like the last trip on the cold midwinter this night is going to make any money anyway. It's far too cold, my horse, and now we're halfway to dropping where we stood.
That sounds pretty rough.
Indeed, I should be congratulating myself. Bang up, dog, Beppo, I would say. I'm sure those feelings were what made me charge that extra penny.
Don't act like you were forced to do it. There really was a 5th person aboard the omnibus that night. Then there should have been a chance that he or she was the real killer. Okay.
Thank
now we've
you
got
for
this
not
guy.
talking. God.
So the coach fee was 5 pence.
Mata!
Incidentally, you collected 5 pence from everyone on board, correct?
I paid 5 pence.
Naturally, I paid 5 pence as well.
I received 5 pence from everyone.
Good grief. It would seem that this contradiction of yours was not a contradiction at all. And with that, your supposed phantom killer has vanished into thin air as well.
So
They never
dramatic.
even showed up in the first place, though.
He's such a dramatic man.
Alright, I do want to see something. I'm going to keep pressing it, but I want to see, because we have our guy's, our customer ledger. Will it say if he paid 5 pence or not? Oh yeah, we haven't even opened this yet. Was there any other new evidence? We have the knife, so this is all we need to open from this, so we do want to open this up.
It's
Hello.
so fancy looking.
This ledger must hold secrets about all sorts of English gentlemen, I'd imagine.
I'm not sure if such information should be available to us.
Well, it's not like we know any English gentlemen. Other than that great detective, anyway.
Oh, God.
He's gonna be in here with the biggest debt to pay. Could it be?
You will not find Sherlock Holmes' name in this book.
How do you think I financed my book? Let's take a closer look. I can't read any of that.
Names filled the pages, each one listing yet another gentleman of London.
Well, we don't really know if they're gentlemen. Not everyone in the Great British Empire is highborn. But what's wrong?
Look right here! Look at this name!
Oscar Fairplay. Who is that again? I can't keep these Western names straight, but it is familiar.
That's the name of the gentleman on the witness stand at this very moment.
Oh, the banker you mean? Why is his name on this book? I see, it's written here that he has an outstanding debt of 20 guineas.
Whoa!
Looks like he's due to repay his debt very soon.
It may just be a coincidence, but we still should take a note of this just in case.
We have a murder on our hands.
He did seem kind of sus from the very beginning.
For real.
Lie.
And his name, it's the opposite. Fair play? You don't play fair, do you?
More like foul play.
Exactly.
Bum, bum, bum.
Anyways, did I do his one? I don't think I pressed this yet. Did I?
I don't think you did. I don't remember.
Oh yeah, no, I did. You can get
Oops.
5 points for everyone on board. I forgot about the fact that question almost went to everyone, so that's why I forgot that. So,
Sure.
anyways, not being scandalous or see something so horrifying is too much to bear. When you say horrifying, you must mean the murder, right?
I don't think this guy killed anyone.
No.
He's a wuss.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, precisely.
I can't imagine that anyone would want to see another person being stabbed.
Well, to be honest, I didn't actually, see the moment it happened, per se.
You motherfucker.
Is that so?
Fix your hair, Judge. There's another who did indeed witness the incident. The banker. So Mr. Ladyfirst didn't actually see the moment the victim was stabbed. I wonder if there's a particular reason why he didn't.
I heard the sound of the banker gasping and I looked down at the skylight, but by then all I saw was a knife stabbed in the victim's chest and of course I saw the blood. Ever since then, whenever I'm having a meal and see a table knife, I can't help but shriek. What a baby.
I stabbed the victim when I saw this unshakable truth. The defendant stabbed the victim in the seat next to him, correct?
Absolutely. Haven't you been listening to me?
He stuttered.
It's been bothering me for a little while now. For a second, just before answering, he seemed to hesitate unnaturally.
Yep.
What's more, weren't there only 2 people sitting inside the omnibus?
At present, we found nothing that indicates there were any other passengers.
In that case, what's stopping you from handing down your verdict right now?
I've got a bad feeling about Mr. Fairplay's testimony. What could it really mean?
What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Okay. I do believe we stabbed them, yes. Let's press this. Just now you testified that you witnessed the moment the victim was stabbed.
Yes.
If I recall, the victim was lying on the floor and stabbed with an underhand grip.
Perhaps I misunderstood. What are you saying now? If I recall correctly, at the time, while driving my omnibus, I heard a screaming out from the rooftop seats.
That was probably me.
And when I turned to look, yes, that's when I saw it from the skylight. The victim was on the floor and the knife was sticking out of his chest. The one holding the knife, the local celebrity over there, yes, sir.
You mean to say that you didn't see the moment the defendant stabbed the victim?
Up until now, I was convinced that I saw it happen, but... Well, now that I really think about it, it would be far too convenient if I'd actually seen the very moment it happened. Oh!
Whoa, hey, whoa.
Hey, buddy,
Whoa, you want to calm
buddy.
down there?
Buddy.
Hey, whoa. If I may, Mr. Fairplay?
I can see through you all. Right now, I bet you're all thinking. It would be far too convenient for him to have actually seen the very moment it happened. Aren't you?
Well, be that as it may, Mr. Fairplay is getting pretty worked up. Depending on my answer, I might be able to squeeze some information out of him. Just happened to catch a glimpse of the crime as it was committed. Is that plausible?
It could have happened.
But is that going to get us anywhere? Because, I mean, we're fighting for a contradiction.
Oh. Or maybe it can't be then.
I'm going to go with the can't be, and if it's... here we go. I just got to go with the save. Hey there. And then I just go right back. If anything goes wrong, we can just fix it right on up. It can't be. It's a nice story, but I don't buy it. It's not unless you had been peeking through the skylight for the entire trip.
What, peeking? I'll have you know I'm a banker from the big city. Why, oh my honest banker, Bob, my memory's crystal clear. I remember that dreadful scene.
You're stuttering a lot, dude.
If you please, witness,
Yes, my lord.
please add what you recall of the scene that you witnessed to your testimony.
No, all right. Okay, you can count on me.
To kill someone?
I'll never forget the sight of his hands both covered in blood after the stabbing.
There was only one. I don't even need to press that.
Granted, I don't know he would kill somebody if he was on the top of the bus.
Well, I think the point that we're going to try and have to do is that, number one, what's our defendant's name? McGundle.
McGundle.
He was
the
claiming
goblin.
the Gringotts goblin. He was claiming that he fell asleep for a while inside the bus, and then when he woke up, he found the victim dead.
Yeah.
So I would assume that it happened at some point beforehand, like before he got on top. I don't know the logistics of it, but that would have to be the assumption, is that it happened, is that the murder took place before he even got onto the top, and they just picked a convenient time to go, whoa, look!
Yeah.
Probably whenever, he was probably waiting to see when our defendant like woke up, and so that way he could be like, look, he's holding the knife! So, but I'm going to present this because there was only one hand that was covered in blood, so
Yeah.
that was an easy one. Both hands were covered in blood then?
Well, maybe covered is a bit of an exaggeration, but... Anyway, his hands were stained red with blood. Both of them, clear as day.
I'm sorry, but something seems fishy
that
here.
smirk! That's that smug phoenix smirk.
There we go,
Look
and he's
at-
got his hand on the sword too.
Yep.
What?
These are the gloves that Mr. McGundle was wearing on that night.
He's just like, you bet.
His gloves?
These gloves do have dark stains on them. However, as you can see,
It's only on one.
only the right glove is stained with blood.
Ah!
What?
I...
Have you become a chipmunk in your
What
trying
is he-
times?
What is he
Therefore, Mr. Fairplay,
That was the weirdest animation I've
your
ever
testimony is
seen.
nothing short of foul play.
Oh,
Oh, how dare
hey,
you
I
make
made that
about me.
joke. Yeah.
Yes, can't be. There's no way.
You're lying, young man.
Huh? Yep, you've made it clear as day. No.
Mr. Fairplay, if your words were lies, then your entire testimony should be called into question. When you said that you saw the moment the victim was stabbed, was that really the truth?
Ah,
What? What do you want?
all men make mistakes. You can accuse everyone of lying.
Liar?
Indeed, it was just one hand rather than both. Ultimately, the fact that the gloves were bloodstained is unequivocal.
However, Mr. Fairplay insisted that he was absolutely sure. It's possible that this witness had been deliberately lying to us.
Nah! Why must I, reputable bank clerk of the city, be forced to go through this? Even though I'm an upright, innocent gentleman with nothing to hide.
Fairplay supposedly has no reason to lie. But is that really the case? Nuh-uh. We don't get that.
Naruhodo! If you could prove that he does have a reason to lie, I believe the direction of this trial will change entirely.
Do I have evidence that shows that he had a reason to forge his testimony?
Yep.
Yes, I have evidence to present. I have evidence.
The ledger thing.
Hell yeah.
My lord,
What is it, attorney?
the defense is ready to present evidence.
Evidence?
Fix your hair, please. This witness has reason to lie in his testimony regarding Mr. McGundle.
Oh my god.
Would you?
Stop!
That is the strangest nervous tick ever. I've heard
Very well.
him biting nails, but
biting a cane?
biting your cane, going full gerbil mode. That's a new one.
Gerbil.
Now we must order the defense to present the next piece of evidence. What evidence will prove that the eyewitness's testimony may have been a lie?
Customer ledger. You owe some
Yes.
fucking money. This is Mr. McGundle's account ledger.
In other words, a list of people who suffer because of his usury.
Among the people who suffer is a name that should be familiar with everyone here. Oscar Fairplay.
What in the world? Witness, did you borrow money from the defendant?
No, I want to go far as calling it borrowing.
You borrowed 20 guineas. It's quite a large sum, isn't it?
So what? What's the big deal about it?
If by any chance Mr. McGundle was declared guilty,
You wouldn't have to pay him.
what may happen to that debt of yours?
According to the document, this was a private loan from the defendant. Therefore, if the defendant were to receive a death penalty, the contract would be annulled and Mr. Fairplay's debt would essentially vanish.
Vanish?
Now, Mr. Fairplay, through this false eyewitness testimony of yours, were you trying to make your 20 guinea debt vanish?
How dare you?
Well,
Order! Oscar Fairplay!
Yes.
oh my god.
I will ask you once. Keep in mind that your answer will have tremendous importance.
That face there for a second.
Did you
Put your name in the goblet!
put your name in the goblet? Did you put your name in the goblet of fire? Did you truly witness the very moment that the victim was stabbed by the defendant?
His silence tells us all we need to know. Mr. Fairplay, you haven't told us the truth.
But wait, please. Certainly, I may have gone a tiny bit too far.
A
Tiny bit.
Really?
However, at the very least, if there's anything I can claim with confidence, is that I saw blood in the criminal's hands.
But remember, we only found traces of blood on one of his gloves.
Nah. Yes, but
Lady?
Dude?
Yes,
Excuse me, might I have a moment?
Was it you?
What,
Is it you, Don?
what is it, Mr. Ladyfat?
The truth is, I have some recollection of seeing that as well.
Seeing what?
The culprit's hand stained with blood. And it really was both hands, I think.
Yeah, what? What? Ow.
It appears that we need to request another testimony. Testimony on what these witnesses really saw and what they did not see. Is that agreeable?
yes.
Naruhodo, the tables seem to have turned in this trial.
Yeah, you're right. This might finally be the chance for our counterattack. Witness testimony. What I really saw.
Both the culprit's hands were stained with blood. I remember clearly, I swear. But I suppose you could say that I did not see the instant the defense stabbed the victim.
I recall both the knife that stabbed the victim and the blood on the murderer's hands as well.
I only heard the scream from the roof seats. I didn't see anything.
Either way, if there were any other passengers that would have out, I think we would have seen them all.
I think we would have all seen them.
Fuck.
Fix my hair, fix my glasses.
Thank you, finally.
Astounding. Witnesses, you didn't see the moment the crime was committed.
I'm deeply sorry, but Lord Judge, my lord, there were no other passengers in the omnibus, and the culprit's hands were soaked in blood. I think they're the same as having seen it.
No.
It's not the same at all.
Verified once more on the interior of the omnibus. As the testimony states, the seat is stained with the blood from the moment of the crime. Hence, it can be said that the circumstances overall have not changed in even the slightest.
Marvin, attorney, I ordered you to carry out the cross-examination again.
Yes, my lord. So, let's
this group
see
of people.
what we can do here. So, both the culprit's hands were stained with blood. I remember it clearly, I swear.
Mata, bitch.
However, as it turns out, that wasn't the case after all. The defendant's own gloves prove as much.
Yes, I understand that. Say what you will, but it doesn't change what I saw. Both hands were stained with blood.
Even in the face of evidence, he's sticking to his story. And I'm hesitant to cast aside as a simple case of him mistaking his own sight.
Such a petty dispute.
None?
Whether it was one hand or both is trivial. There's only one truly important fact.
What's that?
Right after the crime was committed, the accused's hands were stained with blood.
I suppose you could say that I did not see the instant the defendant stabbed the victim. It's kind of a big one.
Yeah.
Don't try to fool the court with such vague wording. You claim that you witnessed the moment of the crime.
Ooh.
You should know just how important those words really are.
Yet, however, there's no one else I could imagine to be the culprit. So I just offer my opinion to save everyone else's time.
You owe the defendant 20 guineas, isn't that right?
Instead of hitting it with the back of his hand, he taps it. It's like, man, this is a weird iPhone. No.
Were you trying to frame the defendant so he could avoid repaying? What?
Why is it?
Seriously, what's an iPhone?
Yeah.
What the hell are you talking about? Okay, repay your debt. That's.
I've seen
that's not
the future, Naruhodo.
I only suffered a devastating loss at the Derby. Nothing more. Of course, I fully intend to win it all back at the Derby this weekend and pay up. You don't say. A slightly devastating loss. I see. I'm a banker, son of a brown for business. The weekend is no trouble at all. I do not trust him as a banker at all anymore.
No.
I do not want him to be my accountant.
This man certainly has been making quite a few questionable statements.
Let us pretend for another we're not exposed to this man's dangerous habits. You, the next witness, you shall proceed with your testimony. Is it really alright to just ignore that? How about the knife and stab the victim in the blood and the murder's hands as well? You also saw the accused hands covered in blood?
Yes, I know what you're going to say. I'm fully aware there's only one of his gloves had blood on it. Yes, that is indeed correct. But from what I can remember, when Mr. McGundle was sitting next to the victim, I don't think he was wearing any gloves in the first place.
So you're saying that at the time he wasn't wearing any gloves?
Yes, I think that's why I was able to see the blood so clearly.
That makes sense. When blood soaks into leather, it gets darker and harder to see. Incidentally, that night when the accused was apprehended by an officer on the scene, in the dim lamplight, it also failed to note any traces of blood on Mr. McGundle's gloves. So once the coach stopped, no one could tell if there were any traces of blood on his hands.
That is indeed quite curious.
There's definitely something here. I just don't know what it is yet.
No.
I only heard the scream fall on the roof seats. Didn't hear anything, or didn't see anything. You didn't see anything?
Yep, yes, sir, you got it. I'm really truly sorry about earlier. I am. For going so far to say you know that I had seen the moment you were stabbed. All right, boss.
Just so you know, I had my reason for saying what I said.
But you're not necessarily saying that you didn't see anything at all, correct?
Nope, I didn't see a thing. Yep.
No, I mean, for instance, since you were the one driving the omnibus, at the very least, you must have seen the London cityscape while driving along. Unless maybe you didn't?
That night it was cold enough to knock a man right out. Especially me being in the coachman's seat, I'm telling you, my brain nearly froze solid.
One might venture to say, taking the last ride on the omnibus in the middle of winter is not the best idea.
Christ. If there were any other passengers, I think we would have all seen them. That's the big one. You both witnessed the incident from the rooftop seating area, right?
Yes, indeed. Just felt like they were nearly frozen solid.
Yeah, I saw it too. I was shivering from the cold. If I might ask, why were you gentlemen sitting on the roof in the first place?
Yes, well, you see, we weren't entirely able to enter the omnibus.
You were unable to enter? Why couldn't you enter the coach?
The coach was locked from the inside. We even knocked and weren't let in.
It was locked?
That's right, omnibus should be open to all. Whose bride was to lock us outside?
Had the same problem. When I went to knock, it looked like they were shooing me away from inside. So because of that, we sat on the roof and watched them through the skylight.
In fact, they'd even say we were glaring at them. And that's what we can say about that's why we can both say the following with utmost confidence.
Talk, man.
Had there been another person inside, we absolutely would have seen them.
This fact is as clear as day.
Whoa, what was that voice?
Oh, wait.
This fact is as clear as day.
I don't know why I did that.
You went to Nayuta.
I don't know why I did that. I broke for a second.
all of a sudden.
I don't.
You glitched into Sod Muddy.
That was a glitch in the
territory.
Matrix. Everybody ignore that. That never happened.
That was weird.
What's going on with this testimony?
Wrong prosecutor, wrong decade, wrong era.
So they could see everyone inside the coach with the skylight, huh? That may be wrong. I have 2 reasons to say that.
Wrong century.
Mr. Fairplay, please confirm this for us once more. Well, aboard this omnibus, both of you witnessed the incident through the skylight while sitting on the rooftop, correct?
Indeed, that is correct.
In that case, it seems there was a place inside the coach where you couldn't have seen the passengers.
What?
But that can't be.
Now, at this time, I might not be able to make this claim with absolute certainty, but when the incident occurred, there's a distinct possibility that there was another person riding inside the omnibus.
You can leave your pointless speculation for the Eastern Courts, attorney. No matter what, the burden of proof still falls on you. As you can see, the crime scene sits right over there.
Very well, defense, the court demands an answer. Show us by using this cross-section of the omnibus. Show us where another passenger could have hidden inside the omnibus.
Now, I want to say, this general area here, because number one, if you're up here looking through the skylights, you can only see over here. But granted, they said they knocked on the door, but you have to remember, this was a little cargo tray down here that someone could have hidden in. So I'm going to hit like right down here. These roof seats are set up facing the same direction the omnibus moves in. As for the inside, the seats are made to face each other. So at the time, the rooftop passengers' field of vision through the skylight was like this.
Oh!
That's right. As you can see, they couldn't have seen the seats that were opposite the victim and culprit.
I think it's much more simple than you were thinking.
That's why I said the same part of how they're up top and they can only see through there. But I wanted to add the part where, because they said they knocked on the door and they were shooed away, you'd think if they looked in, they would have seen someone over there.
Yeah.
Which is probably what their point will be next, that they didn't see anyone over there when they knocked on the door. But that's what the secret compartment is for. That just so happens to be on the back side.
Yeah.
Anyways, if there's not a passenger in the seats,
Woo!
then it would have been possible for the witness to overlook them.
Poor Beppo.
So you're saying that's only possible if there was another passenger seated inside? It would seem that misdirection is but one of your country's vile practices.
Huh?
Indeed, evidence is absolute in the courts of the Great British Empire. This also applies to your supposed mystery passenger. However, if you are prepared to name this person, then it's a different story.
Naruhodo, can you do it?
I don't think so, but we're gonna find out next time.
Oh, God.
I can't. A secret passenger? Do we even have enough people to make a secret passenger? Not really. Nope. Obviously, it was Heart Vortex. You evil man.
He just looks evil.
He really does.
I don't think he is evil. Like, dude, he looks more evil than our homeboy does.
You right.
Like,
you right.
You see? God,
Oh,
he
man.
looks like the real antagonist of this. I don't. That's just
We'll just have to see one day.
character design.
Hell yeah.